Security. What does it mean to you? Do you ever think about the dangers that may lay behind simply browsing on your daily web? Every day we're on our screens scrolling for hours and hours with no consideration of who may be watching behind our backs. The future children of this generation are going to have to live with the fear of the unknown. I mean, how many cases have you heard in recent years of sex trafficking kids being kidnapped? For most of you, it probably doesn't even cross your mind. But think about all the young teenagers that have to go through this constant reality. What if one of these cases were you, or perhaps even your own children? We live in a society ruled by the internet and social media, and in this human food chain, we're at the bottom. Cybersecurity is a very relevant topic, and many people unfortunately do not take it seriously. Many consider the internet as a safe space, maybe even a home they never had. They have started friendships through simple texts that may last forever. I mean, think about it. You have everything you could ever need through the touch of a screen. On the other hand, some may consider it as a threat, and view it as nothing but troublesome. Maybe even an obstacle in society's development. But I know for a fact that we all depend on this creature that we've created, and now many cannot live without. It is estimated that around 40.3 million, I repeat, 40.3 million cases have been reported globally on human trafficking victims. The victims of these horrendous crimes are anywhere from children just learning how to talk to young adults that have their whole lives ahead of them, and even grown adults whom you would expect to know about the dangers of our world. Now, this number may not seem like a lot to you, but think about it. There are around 20 to 40 million people in modern-day slavery. Modern-day slavery. Can you believe it? Slavery still exists in 2022, and every day it grows with the use of social media and the internet. Predators on social media use diverse platforms to recruit victims, control victims by restricting their access to social media, impersonating others, or simply spreading lies and rumors that could spin a whole person's world around. Tanya, a young impressionable girl, by the time this occurrence was 15 years old, had first met Eddie at the age of 13 through a classmate. Tanya was a child who fell into a trap set by a grown adult for their own benefit. At first, Eddie would casually converse with Tanya, but throughout the years, their relationship slowly developed into something much more. Tanya had hoped and wished that she would be lost in a world where she could run away from all her problems, but soon she was snapped back into reality. One day out of the blue, Eddie asked Tanya a disgusting request to sleep with a random man for money. The defenseless teenager did not know how to react. She had thought this whole time that Eddie had loved her, but little did she know he was slowly gaining her trust just to use her. Tanya kept on resisting, but he manipulated and scared the girl, saying things such as, "If you really loved me, you would do anything for me." He also threatened her by saying that he would post revealing pictures of Tanya and say disgusting comments about her on social media. This pattern continued on for a few months until finally Eddie was caught in the act by Homeland Security investigations and later arrested. Now that you've heard Tanya's story, try imagining if you were in the same situation as her. What would you do? How would you react? How would you escape from this life that you were forced into? Before giving an answer, consider what Tanya and many others have gone through, and still are going through. Tanya was one of the few lucky individuals who managed to escape this constant cycle of being sold or used for money. Even though she slipped through the cracks, she still has lingering trauma from what she's experienced, and nothing will never, ever repair the damage done. To prevent or reduce situations like this, you can simply be more aware of your surroundings, or ask adults that you know you can fully trust and rely on for help or guidance. Unfortunately, there's not much an individual can do, especially if the victim is of a young age. This is why we must promote or donate to more anti-trafficking organizations, encourage schools and learning environments to teach their students the importance of knowing how to stay safe, and overall spread awareness about this underlying issue that is currently impacting millions and millions of children all around the world. If you ever stumble upon a situation like this, or have a feeling that you may be caught up in this cycle of human trafficking, immediately dial 1-888-373-7888 if you're in the U.S., or dial your national hotline depending on the country that you're in. These children are the future of this world, and if you continue to put their lives on risk, then we may have nothing to look forward to.